What is the purpose of motivation? Because I've been hearing on so many occasions, you don't need motivation, you need discipline. You don't need motivation. Motivation is just an emotion. You need discipline. Well, stick around. I'm going to really delve into the purpose of motivation. Before you apply anything, so let's begin with a definition work. The word motivation comes from the word motivus, a Greek word, which means the reason or the motive or the purpose for action. So motivation is your reason, your motive for doing something. When you don't have a reason for doing something, is it really worth it? So you need to have a purpose for doing something. And that purpose is to enable you persist and commit yourself to doing that thing every single day or until it is accomplished. So the ultimate purpose of motivation is to get you to take action consistently. The purpose of motivation is for you to take consistent action. Motivation gives you that reason and excitement to take consistent action until the action becomes a part of your nature. Now, when you are motivated to do something, it feels good. It feels so nice. And this is where people made the error and defined motivation as feeling good. Some think it's encouragement. Motivation is the purpose or your reason for doing something. And as you are doing it every single day, it develops the culture of discipline. So the purpose of motivation is to bring you to a place of discipline. Now, when I started to write this book, let me give you a little history. Before I started this book, back in 2024, I had launched 6 books. And I asked myself after the book launch, or after I wrote the last book of the 6, I asked myself this question. If I was to write only one book in my whole life and sell 325 million copies around the world, what would I have to write about and who would I have to write about? And it set me thinking, and names came to mind, topics came to mind, but the one that resonated mostly with me was Cristiano Ronaldo. So I started on June 6th to delve into Ronaldo. I mean, I'd watched a lot of documentaries already about him and watched interviews and watched games. And I liked the player. I loved his commitment and his competence and the fact that he was brilliant to the right foot, brilliant to the left foot, brilliant to the head. I mean, dribbling skills, brilliant, shooting skills, brilliant. So I liked the player. So I decided to find out what really goes into this guy. What has really made him such a machine, such a competent person? So I had a motive. The motive is I wanted to write a book that will sell 325 million copies. Crazy number, but there's nothing wrong with being crazy in this world. As long as you don't really destroy someone's life in the process. It was a crazy number, but then if this was the only book I would ever write, I would want to write about this guy. So I had this motive, and that motive kept me working. Initially it was 10 to 12 hours every day. By the end of the first month, I was doing 13 to 16 hours of work every day on this book. And now it's almost ready. It's ready for you to purchase. You can pre-order the book on Amazon, on Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, in paperback or ebook. So the motivation of writing this book led me to every single day take action. And every day I have that image of the book completed. So motivation brought me to a place of discipline. And that is the purpose of motivation, to make you a disciplined person. Because the excitement of motivation will wear down. The good feeling will wear out. But you need the discipline, and that is the purpose. Most people don't know that the purpose of motivation is to bring you to a place of discipline. And so they just go after the feeling. They have no reason, no purpose, no motive for doing what they do. If you have no motive, your feeling will give you up and you end up at square one again. So my advice to you, have a reason for doing what you are doing and commit yourself every day to doing it, and the discipline will kick in. What you need is consistent action. And when you get to the place of discipline, whether you feel like it or not, you will do it. There were times when I was tired, but I still kept on writing. I would rest, sleep. Sometimes I was so tired I would go to sleep and wake up after about 12 hours of sleep because the body needed it. And I'll get up and continue writing, because until this was finished, I decided I was not going to give myself peace. So I'm inviting you to the book launch. I'm inviting you to my book launch on 7th of October. And on that 7th of October, Ronaldo is also celebrating 23 years of professional career. What an amazing feat. Join me on TikTok, YouTube, and social media, Facebook. Join me on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, 12 p.m. as I launch this book, Mastering the Game. I'll see you later. Drop a comment below on what you think is one of the benefits of, or what you think is one of the benefits of motivation. I'll see you later on.